Thank you, Congresswoman Wilson, who gave me my first job in politics. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for being here. It's an honor to be in your presence as the historic figure that you are, as a woman and as a leader. I will say to you that I was taken by your comments about your trip to Ghana. And to add a point there, not only did we walk out of the door of no return, we landed where we did and found a way to take back our liberty and claim our sovereignty and become the first and only successful slave revolt, resulting in the first and only free Black independent nation in this hemisphere. And we, the ancestors, we, the descendants of those, say today that it's a shame that in 2010 we had to gather to deal with a natural disaster out of our power. It is a horrific shame that today we are gathered because we were dealing with a man-made disaster, totally within our control of our power. And therefore, as the descendants, those people who took their liberty, if I were to speak directly to the government of Haiti, I would just repeat what the people have been saying for the last year. And let me add, it was said earlier that we are not taking sides, and I do understand, but I want to be emphatic in saying that I am very much on the side of the people, the masses. I have a limited time, guys. Thank you. I am every bit, as you taught me and my mother taught me, to be the truth teller. And I am unapologetically on the side of the beleaguered, long-suffering masses, not for the last year, for the last decades, the last century, dealing with intervention, imperialism, meddling, and all manner of corruption and lack of respect for rule of law. And thank you guys. I got 3 minutes. Let me get it all out. And so I'm so grateful to you, Madam Speaker, because the volatile aspect of this crisis goes beyond politics. It goes beyond partisanship. It goes beyond borders, and is so dangerous it can destabilize the entire region. So your presence here as the third person in the line of succession, we understand the power and the meaning of that is so very well appreciated. Now, from the side of the people, all I'm going to do is repeat what the people have been saying for the last year. One, since 1804, they have had one message: respect our sovereignty. There is no need to create a platform. The platforms have already been created. The civil groups and civil society in Haiti have been mobilizing nonstop for over a year to stamp their foot and say no to the following. And the problem is not that they have not mobilized. The problem is that the government is not respecting them and listening to them and honoring the will of the people. So, what have they been telling the government? They've been asking, where is the Petro-Caribe money? There is a whole movement that has been built around that question. They are calling for accountability from their so-called elected officials to account for where that money has gone. Point one. They are calling for an end to the killings, the massacres, the extrajudicial killings that are happening with impunity. Activists are being slaughtered without any impunity. They are asking, where are all these arms coming from that are gunning people down? The Haitian police have a limited cachet, But there are people on the ground with weapons that are U.S. made, entering the country by mysterious means and killing the activists that are raising their voices and demanding change. So, in closing, as a U.S.-born citizen, Haitian American, law-abiding, serving my government, taxpayer, I ask you, Madam Pelosi, to listen as we ask, as the U.S. citizens that we are, that the representatives of the U.S. government in Haiti listen and respect the people's demands, which are to stop meddling in our affairs and respect our ability to govern ourselves, to respect the voices that have been unified since 1804, to model the values and principles promoted here in the States, to model them as well on the ground in Haiti. For instance, it seems as if the American ambassador, Ambassador Siston, is acting as the first in command in Haiti, and therefore we ask, as the diaspora, as U.S. citizens who are taxpayers, that she uphold those same democratic principles that we hold so dear here. We ask that they be upheld in Haiti. What does that look like? If we say no to violence here in the United States, we must say no to violence in Haiti. If we say no to corruption here in the United States, we must say no to corruption in Haiti. If we say we respect freedom of speech here in the United States, we must respect freedom of speech for all activists in Haiti. If we say we respect the rule of law here in the United States and we demand accountability of our elected officials, we must model that same action in Haiti. If we say yes to free, fair, and transparent elections here in the United States, then we should also do that in Haiti and support truly free and fair elections that are the will of the people, and say no to elections that are selections or coronations orchestrated by foreign interests. Lastly, we must listen to the cries of the people, not turn a blind eye nor a deaf ear, thereby enabling the corruption. We must listen to the will of the people and their long-standing call for accountability by the leaders of the Petro-Caribe movement. And last, we must listen to the cries of the people about the massacres and extrajudicial killings committed with impunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you.
No, I just want to say something.
And we will respect order and decorum in this room. Thank you, my brothers and sisters.
Leader Pelosi wants to respond. Go ahead.
Thank you. I just asked the distinguished Congresswoman if I could just say something here before we hear from our other guests, because as you were speaking, and mentioned 2004, as Father did, I was thinking, I was educated in Catholic schools, maybe that's why, but Toussaint Louverture was a hero to us, that we were taught that Haiti was so courageous, as you mentioned, the first country in this hemisphere, apart from the U.S., to have declared as successfully independence. But we were also taught that not only France did not want this to succeed, right? You would think they would have thought, let 1,000 flowers blossom. But other countries in Europe did not want this example to be followed. So the courage that was demonstrated, the success, the confidence that Haiti had was a joy to behold. However, it was a magnet for others who did not want it to succeed. And it was important for us, as we were taught, to learn the obstacles that were placed there for years to come, right in the beginning and then later as well. So I hear what you're saying about, I wrote down everything you said in terms of what you wanted me to take back. but also heard from others that should there be any appropriated funds that go to Haiti, that there be a oversight of it in a very careful way that is being used for the people and not for the government. I'll just also say this one thing, because you enlarged the issue to the hemisphere. Eliminating corruption will make the biggest difference in every country. I'm saying every country.
Moving here.
And that makes a big difference, because when elected officials are engaged in corruption, that means that others are being excluded from the prosperity that whatever resources might have been brought. And that's discouraging. And one of the things that people engaged in corruption want to do is discourage others, to diminish their confidence in what they can do and what their country can do for them. So it is one thing that in the fight on Haiti, which is a fight for respecting the dignity and worth of every person, they're all God's children, but the spark of divinity. Father, I always say, when Christ came down from heaven, his participation in our humanity enabled us to participate in his divinity. And when I go to Haiti, I look at all this, and I think every single one has a spark of divinity that we must respect. Of course, that's everyone in the world, but that spark is so alive in Haiti. So I accept your challenges, your recommendations here. I know we'll be hearing more, but I do think that people should appreciate the success that would normally have bred success, but there were forces at work to make sure that it wasn't a good example for other countries to follow. So thank you, Karen, for what you said.
Thank you, Leader Pelosi. Colleen?
Thank you, Congresswoman, for inviting me.